Yes, sir. On the Radar Radio. Yo, special guest in the building. Noir in the building. Drove all the way down here.
Yes. Yes.
Did you drive or did your friend drive?
No, I drove.
You drove?
Yeah.
Damn, you didn't let. Damn, you couldn't take the wheel though. You could. That's crazy. So you drove and you working.
Yeah. I've been doing that for years.
I fuck with the people who here for moral support though. I fuck with you that you here for moral support.
Yeah.
How you been?
I've been good.
Killed that freestyle. Good shit.
Appreciate that.
Why did you want the Lil Kim beat? Why did you choose that today? I'm interested to find out.
I've been wanting to freestyle over that for a minute because that's like one of my favorite Lil Kim joints.
That's your favorite Lil Kim? Okay,
Yeah.
okay.
So I've been wanting to do that joint for a minute.
I like when people come up here and they're like, oh, I want to do a joint. Like, I want to freestyle over a song that I've been fiending to freestyle over for mad long. Like, that to me is mad cool. Because it's like...
Yeah, I come from that freestyle era. Like,
yeah, and I like giving people the platform to just rap over the beats that they've always dreamed of rapping on, too.
100%.
You said you came from that freestyle era.
Yeah, just rapping over. Like, when I first started rapping, I didn't know how to find beats and make beats. Yeah. So like I used to just rap over instrumentals. Over whatever you
could find type shit.
Yeah, whatever I could find.
Do you remember the first instrumental you rapped over?
Jay-Z, So Ghetto.
Okay. I'm fucking with that. Most people don't remember either. Like most people don't even remember the first instrumental they rapped over. They'll just be like,
that was like the first one like I actually like rapped and put out like you know, released to the people and stuff.
How long you been like officially making music for now?
I started like when I was 16, so it's been like 12 years.
Okay.
Yeah.
12 years in the game.
Yeah, like just rapping and putting out music. Like I was putting out music at 16 when MySpace was a thing.
Wow.
Yeah, I didn't have like a project. I didn't put out my first mixtape until 2016, but I was putting out songs, like, you know, that's when I started getting into like making beats and stuff too.
Didn't they fake turn MySpace into like a music streaming platform or something like that too?
I don't know, it's weird. I tried to get on there like 2 years ago. It was like
just to check it out, just see what it was.
I was bored, yeah. And it just was kind of weird. You couldn't even really like scroll and see anything. It was kind of weird.
Yeah, I went on there like definitely not anytime recently. Definitely maybe like within like the last 4 years. But I remember like whenever I did go on, I was like, what the fuck is this shit?
Yeah.
Like what did they turn this
it's weird.
Formerly incredible site into
It was an amazing site. Like that was probably one of the best ones they done had. As far as like social media wise, yeah.
So you started dropping music in 2016. That's when you officially started dropping music.
Well, yeah, like my first mixtape, but I was dropping like freestyles and stuff when I was like 16, 17.
Right.
Yeah.
But like the mixtape came like
it's 2016.
That far in. Mm-hmm. And now we're getting ready for this album this month on October 26th, which I'm super excited for. Mm-hmm. But it's kind of cool because like when shout out John in the room, you know, soccer mom, dad of On the Radar now. When John put me onto your music, I was like, oh yeah, she could rap. And like I think like it was funny because like one of the first things I saw when I went on your Twitter the day of it was like you were talking about how like you were talking to like Love the Genius's mom.
Yeah.
And I was like, what is going on? I was like, what's going on here? I'm like, so like I saw that, I'm like, oh, so everybody is really connected up north, huh? Aren't they?
Yeah, like her mom had called me just like, cause I had did a verse for Love, and she called me after hearing the verse.
Okay.
And she was like, you know, just raving about it. I thought that was dope. Like, you know, her mom calling me, so I thought that was dope. Yeah, I had to tweet about that.
It's just so interesting how like all y'all are like connected in like different ways. Like, you know, we had you and Jay Skis here at the same time. Mm-hmm. Like y'all had never met each other, but y'all have been like in the same rooms, and obviously y'all have worked with different people under Griselda and like you know people from up north, but like it's cool how like there's like a symmetry to like everything that goes on up there too.
No, that's a fact.
You were just from Buffalo?
Yes.
Buffalo originally, right?
Yeah, originally.
But I know you and Spesh, obviously, you know, trust all that. How did y'all two first link up?
It really was like, okay, so I moved to the Falls, which is like 20 minutes away from Buffalo. It's like an outskirt of Buffalo.
It's called
like
the Falls?
Niagara Falls.
Oh, Niagara Falls. Okay, that's what I thought
we call it the Falls.
No, see, look, everybody laughing, but that's what I thought it was.
But my bad.
That's what I thought it was, but I just wasn't sure. I was like, oh, the Falls, that sounds...
But I moved up there, so like when I moved up there, and I started getting into the music scene, kind of was like, you know, getting my way around there. That's when he had started the TCF movement, and Benny was signed under him at the time. So like they were big in the Falls. Like he sold out the Ice House. This used to be an arena in the Falls, and he had sold out the Evening Star, and like he had a little buzz going on. Around the time he was at the Evening Star, that's when I had dropped my first mixtape, and I was at the door passing them out. So I I always was trying to get my music to him, but like he had kind of like took some time off a little bit after that. And when I seen that he was, you know, getting like he was putting music out again, I just sent him some music through Facebook, and he hit me back immediately. And I ended up driving out there with my cuz like the next day. I drove out to because Rochester like an hour away from Buffalo, so I ended up driving out there to Rochester, and he told me he wanted me to, you know, get down with Trust, and we had a meeting. We talked for a minute, like we kind of went back, like just recording music for like, because this was 2018, we was recording music on and off like throughout that year, and then I ain't really put nothing out to the following year, but like it really was from a Facebook message of me sending him some music.
MySpace, Facebook, I see a pattern here.
Yeah.
So all from a Facebook message.
All from a message, like,
Crazy.
and I found out later on he had already heard of me, but he didn't know what my situation was, like, so I think he was just getting back into like trying to like full-fledged, like really full-time, put his full-time energy into music at that time. So yeah, this was like beginning of 2018. And when I seen that he was putting music out again, I was like, oh, okay, he must be active again. So I just ended up just sending him some music. Like I didn't expect like what happened, what transpired from it. Like I had no expectations. I just was a fan of him, and I was sending my music and just seeing if he rocked with it or not.
That's tough.
Yeah, that's all right.
And like, so, but like Trust, the way he described it to me, right? Trust is like, you're like with Trust, but like you don't have to, but you're not like with Trust. Like you're still an independent artist. It's more like it's more like a guidance type of thing. More
Yes,
than like
opportunities provided. Like he giving me a lot of information. I've learned and I've gained a lot of information from just over the past 4 years of me being around him. And you know, he just giving me some resources, and I'm using that to build my own empire, like my own platforms and stuff.
What was the best piece of advice that he ever gave you?
Just like when I first got around him, I was a little impatient. I was recording music, but I was ready to put it out. He taught me like just momentum, more of the business side too, like having the business in order. You know, a lot of, more just like business and building the momentum, studying your fan base, like really, you know, not skipping steps to get to, cause like when I started doing music for a while, I just wanted, like I thought that in order for you to have success in music, you gotta have a record deal. I didn't know anything about like being independent and being able to have a cult fan base and actually make money off of that. I didn't know anything, because coming from upstate, we didn't have like no resources or anyone like really guiding and showing and telling us that no, you can be independent. You don't have to go sign to a label to be successful or have a hit record for that or be charting to be a successful artist. So it was a lot of things I learned through him of how to monetize off of an independent platform.
I like that. That's smart.
Yeah.
And then now we starting our own label too, right?
Yes, I am.
What's your label called?
Poetic Movement.
Party Movement.
Poetic Movement.
Poetic Movement.
Yes.
Poetic Movement.
Yeah.
Why Poetic Movement?
Back in 2016, my first mixtape was called Poetic Thoughts.
Okay.
And that's really when I started that. Like I've been calling it that since then. So, I can't remember how I came up with the name for Poetic Thoughts. Just like on some, just chilling in the studio. Nah, it was really just because I had the mixtape done. I just was thinking of names. I think I seen it joint online or something. I was like, oh, that's a fire. I like the way, you know, that sound, Poetic Thoughts. It got a ring to it. So like, I built off of that mixtape. Even though I dropped a couple mixtapes after that, but like I kind of built off that name, and I just started calling like, you know, whatever I was building, Poetic Movement.
I like that. So the label, does it have anybody else under it or just you?
No. Just
you.
me, yeah. But I'm still, like for me, I've worked with other artists. Like there's an artist, Jinx 716. Like I released, like his last project that I produced for him, I released it under my label. But like he's not like signed to me as an artist. But like again, like it's like opportunity. Like he's, you know, like resources and things that I've learned through the industry, you know, giving that to him, because he's been doing music longer than me. So just giving that game with what I'm learning, being in here, you know, and giving him a platform, like, you know, for people to see who he is, you know, because I seen the talent in him years ago. He just didn't have the proper platform. So like once I was able to put, you know, get my foot in the game and put some music out. Get some eyes on me. You know, we had been working on it for a minute, but I feel like, you know, this year was the perfect time for him to put it out.
Right.
Yeah.
I agree. And with the label and like what you're doing, it's kind of cool because it's kind of like the same thing that like I saw like Spesh like did with you. You know what I'm saying? But now you're kind of doing it for other artists too and helping them out in a similar way also.
Yeah, because I agree. I agree on, like, because I seen a snippet of him, like, when he was talking about that, because I agree as well, not putting someone's fate in your hands.
Yeah.
You know, I like giving them resources and allowing them to go do what they want to do with that.
Right. At the end of the day, it's like they're still in charge of their own destiny, their own journey.
Exactly.
Instead of you be like, it's like you are in charge of your own destiny, your own journey, instead of like just Spesh controlling that too.
Yeah. So, you know, it allows you to really boss up for real. You know, really, it allows you to really do that.
On the production side, so were you producing when you first started rapping too? Like,
I was producing before rapping.
You were producing before rapping too, so the production side of you goes even further back than that.
Yeah, it was. I think I made my first beat at 14.
Oh wow.
Yeah, but I didn't know what I was doing. I was in FL Studio, just playing around. I didn't even have a keyboard or nothing. Like, I just was playing around, like creating sounds from the keypad. So, you know, but that started when I was 14.
Wow.
Yeah.
Was it a fire? Was the beat fire? Or was it not?
It was fire then.
now it's like, you know what? If we played that beat now, maybe not.
Yeah, nah. I heard, actually, I was going through my email. I don't know how I got in my email. I heard some old beats. It wasn't from that long ago, but like some like around like maybe 2014.
Okay.
Yeah.
How were those?
They were better, but better than because this was what, 08 when I first started. So like they were better than the 08 beats, but yeah.
That's funny. Right now, so you got 2 projects in the works. I wrote this down 'cause I think you tweeted. You said you got the album with Ghost, right? And then Lotus Child, entirely produced by you.
Yes,
coming in 2023.
Yes,
and those are different from the album that we're getting this month too.
Yeah, those are different.
Okay.
Yeah.
So let's talk about those real quick. Yeah.
Yeah. So like those two, like me and Ghost, we locked in
Ghost
last
is crazy.
year. Yeah, he's dope with it. We locked in last year, and I knocked that project out in like a week.
Nice.
I was just waiting on features the whole time. And yeah, just features, and he had a line, like just a list of releases himself that he was preparing for.
Right, because he does a lot of projects.
Yeah. So that project been done since last year. You know, it just really just like getting the right time to put it out. And me, you know, I was waiting on some features. And then with like Lotus Child, I started producing for that project like 2020, like during the pandemic. I was in a house bored, so I just started putting some beats together, and I was, you know, it's crazy because like during the pandemic, instead of just knocking a bunch of work out, I actually was like studying how to get better in my craft.
Right.
Like, you know, like watching interviews and maybe like beat making videos. I was really watching what's that one beat making show? I think it's called Rhythm Roulette.
Okay, it's on YouTube.
Yeah.
Okay.
I think it's called Rhythm Roulette. I think that's what it's called. Where the producers, they go to the record stores, and they find like 3 records, and then they got to make a beat, try to make a beat out of whatever they find blindfolded.
That's what it's called, Rob?
It's
Part of Mass Appeal. Record Roulette.
Rhythm Roulette.
Rhythm Roulette.
Oh, okay, so I was
Rhythm
right.
Roulette. Close
Yeah,
enough,
so
yeah.
I was watching that a lot, and I just was like trying to learn some different techniques, like getting some different equipment.
Yeah.
I just got an NPC, so I'm trying to learn that because I've been using FL for like forever. So, but yeah, I was just really learning some new techniques and learning how to like mix my beats better, like, you know, chops better, like, you know, during that whole pandemic. And I had maybe 7 beats I was sitting on. I was like, okay, I'm gonna just turn this into a whole album. And this started in 2020, so like I've been working on this for about 2 years now.
Damn.
Yeah, I done made probably over 50 beats for this one project, and a lot of them ain't, you know, make the final cut. But for me, I like to get the sound first and then put my words over it.
So you're more of like beat first then.
Yes, because I was a producer for
So
this.
have you written any of the songs for this?
There's some songs, like it's about maybe like 6 songs written so far.
Done.
Yeah, but like most of it is me just finding the sound. I like finding the sound first.
So we don't know what the sound is just yet, entirely.
I have a idea because it's about 10 that I picked out of that batch. You know, that's for sure going on there. So I'm heading in a good direction.
You're working on it.
Yeah.
And then you also, the album that we have coming this month, right? Because you had a very long tweet with a lot of artists on there. I didn't want to miss anybody that you announced. So Last Remnants, right? October 26th.
Yes.
Featuring Benny. That record's already out right now. Tricky Trivs, album production from Spesh, Trox, Streezy, Chup. I'm trying to make sure I say everybody's name right. Features from Benny, Ransom, Spesh, Jinx, your man.
Yeah.
Class Murder and El Camino. Fire.
Yes, that's all of them. You
trying
said
to think
Ransom, right?
Yeah, I definitely said that's why I kept the tweet.
Got you,
Because I'm like, I'm
got
gonna
you.
forget
Okay.
if I try to just remember it off the dome.
Yeah,
It's a good list.
Yeah, it is. It's
On
a
both
nice
sides,
thing.
production and features. Yeah.
Yeah, it is. It's a thick list. Like that's one of them projects too. I started that project before the pandemic. Like, before they started shutting studios and stuff down, I was in the studio for like a week and I did like 10 songs. So a lot of them songs is from those sessions, and then a couple from like some sessions I did when I was recording Food for Thought too.
Oh, dope.
Yeah.
This album's exciting.
Yeah.
It's gonna be a big album.
Yeah, it's dope.
I like Class Murder. Like that one's like because Class could rap, but Class also makes like drill music too. So that's like I'm interested to see how y'all two mesh on like a Class is singing now too. He sent me a song where he was singing a couple weeks ago.
Yeah, he's dope. Like me and him got some
Class.
records. We got some records. Like me and Class got records that's out. Like where, like I'm either rapping or he on the hook. Like we definitely got some records out.
He be sending me records. He's like, Gabe, I'm really getting into my singing bag now, and I'll be like,
listen, you gotta try it all. Like sometimes rapping get
I love
boring. Rapping get boring sometimes. Just rapping all day. Like because I'm knocking so many projects out. If you gotta think if you doing projects and you doing features, all of that, you want to try some different shit sometimes.
Right, like sometimes doing the same shit gets boring over and over again.
That's why I produce. Like, and I wasn't even gonna produce like that. Like I was out in Detroit with Apollo when we was doing our Apollo Brown when we were doing our album, and he was like, "Nah, you can't get that up. You can't stop producing. That's like a whole nother element you give people." Like, and once I really started going full time into producing, I'm realizing like, okay, once I get bored of rap, I'm gonna just knocking beats out, and beats are easier to make than writing raps too. So.
You think beats are easier to make than writing raps?
Yes, 100%.
I'm sure everybody would say that. I feel like
writing raps take. I mean, I can knock a rap out in an hour or two, but like a beat, I could do in like 5 minutes.
Okay, but then I think of someone like Quavo, I've heard stories of like Quavo just going in the booth and knocking out his shit in 5 minutes and leaving.
Oh no, I can't rap in 5 minutes because I gotta think about what I'm saying. I want the shit to be like. I want to have that type of energy.
Right. I think I saw you up with Premier too, right? With Primo.
Yeah, I had went up to his show. This was a couple years ago.
It was a couple years ago.
Yeah.
I went deep in the archive.
Yeah,
I was like, I saw Premier. I was like, oh, that's fine. That was back when he was with Sirius XM still, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
That was a dope experience, like meeting Primo. Like that was dope.
Did Primo reach out to you for that one, or did?
No, he actually had talked to Spesh, and me and Spesh just rode up there.
Oh, okay, fine.
Yeah, we was in Rochester. I was recording at a studio there, and he was like, "You want to go see Primo tomorrow?" I was like, "Hell yeah, I want to go see."
Driving everywhere, don't you?
Yeah, it was just like a random thing. He's like, "You want to go see Primo tomorrow?" I was like, "Hell yeah, I want to go see Primo tomorrow." What?
Are you one of those people that just likes to drive everywhere? I'm definitely one of those people.
Yeah, kinda. I don't mind it. I don't mind driving. I come up with some great ideas in the car. So.
Me too.
Yeah.
Ask him. We'll leave a session, and then like it'll be like 1 a.m. I'm driving home, and I'll be like, Rob, I just came up with the best idea.
Craziest idea when I'm driving, like on that open road, man.
Like I'm listening to a song, and like somehow like nice 6-shot hat. I was like, when did you get that? But I'll be like driving and I'll be like, oh shit, wait a second. I just came up with the illest idea for the show.
I come up with some bars, all of that, just driving. Like a lot of times when I'm going through writer's block, I just gotta take a drive.
Yeah. Class Murder told me that his favorite place to listen to beats is in the car.
Yes, that's the best place.
He said I don't like listening to beats when I'm making projects or songs anywhere else first before the car. The car is the best place. He's like, because I'm gonna make music that people want to drive to.
That's where most people listen to music. Like when the album come out, I'm waiting until I get in a car to listen to it.
Yeah.
If I am listening to it, like I got headphones in, that's another place, but like really in the car.
Yeah, the car is like, for me, it's like, I definitely listen to music more in the car than anywhere else. I want to listen to music more at home, but I'm always doing this. I'm always doing this, so I feel like I never have time to listen to music. Or maybe in your case, you're always making music, so you're like, you don't even have time to even like consume other shit.
Yeah, no, that's a fact, yeah.
So the album this month, right? Is there a theme behind the album? Like,
really just going off of like the Food for Thought theme that I had. Like when I did Food for Thought, I had like the way I planned that out from the titles, everything. Like it was all just on a food type, nourishment type of theme.
Right.
And it's kind of really going off of that because like I had a couple names, but the last Remnants kind of like stuck out more to me because like I was gonna call it. To be honest, I was gonna call it Leftovers, but
Leftovers is tough though.
yeah. But
That kind of sounds like throwaways, kind of, yeah.
Yeah. So I ain't want to give them that vibe, like, cause they're not throwaway music. It's just music I never put out though.
Yeah.
Like a lot of the songs I've been sitting on for a minute, like, cause I record a lot, so. Like, for me, I don't like just keeping things to myself unless I just don't want it out at all. But most of the time, I'm not even going to record a song if I don't want it out at all.
No, I totally understand that. So now these aren't no leftovers.
No, these aren't leftovers.
Just the remnants.
Yeah, yes.
Just the remnants. So the remnants is out October 26th. What else? We got the project with Big Ghost on the way.
Yeah, that's gonna be coming. I'll say top of 2023. That's gonna be the first project I drop next year.
And then the second project will be your solo produced project.
Yeah, and I'm producing that whole thing. And then I got another project that I'm working on trying to get out next year, but I don't know if I should announce who I'm doing it with, so maybe I should wait on that.
It's up to you.
Yeah, I'm gonna wait on that.
Don't jinx it before it happens.
Yeah. But definitely, like, so it's some music coming, you know. And then also like me. Me, Ransom, and Spesh, we trying to do a collab project. Yeah.
You, Ransom, and Spesh. Mm-hmm. It's tough.
Yeah, me, Ransom, and Spesh. And all of us produce, too. I don't know if you know.
So y'all can do the whole the production of the...
I don't know if we're going to, but I'm just throwing that out there. Like, we all produce, too, so, yeah. Yeah,
Spesh and I, when we were talking about the new project, I think he said that he produced all the other... Like the Shots project by himself, and then this one, the one that he just put out, was the one that he actually brought in other producers for, if I'm not mistaken.
Yeah, he was chilling on the production.
Yeah.
Just
focus on the bars.
Yeah, and it's like cause like, I don't know, like, okay, when you in your business mode, you in your producer mode, artist mode, you gotta have, you know, different times for it. I can't do all three of them at one time, so like. You know, that's why that's why I say I gotta find a sound when I'm producing my own projects, because like when I'm producing, I may not be in the mood to rap. So I just focus on trying to find a sound until I'm in the mood to rap.
Facts.
Yeah.
The Remnants.
Yeah.
October 26th.
October 26th. I ain't produced nothing on here either. No, I didn't. I ain't produced nothing on here.
Well, I'm excited for the project. I'm excited to see everything you do next. Thank you for coming down all the way from Buff to come say what's up, to come kick it with us, to come chill with us. I appreciate you.
Of course.
Before we get out of here, anything else you want to let the people know? Now is the time to do it, where they can follow you at, all that good stuff. This camera right here.
All right, yo, it's Shay Noir. Follow me on Twitter, Instagram, Shay_NOIRE. Oh, my bad. I'm sorry. Let me do that again.
Go. You good.
Yo, it's your girl Shay Noir. Follow me on Twitter and Instagram at Shay_Noir, CHE_NOIR. I got Lotus Shot on the way. Me and Big Ghost got a bomb we dropping next year. Last Remnants, Food for Thought. Make sure y'all tap in with that. Out now. Let's get it.
Make sure you go follow her. Go run up that freestyle. Go run up the Last Remnants.
Yes.
look at me now. I'm tripping. Last Remnants out October 26th. Go run up that freestyle. She drove a long way to come here and body that shit. And she did it in one take. So go show her some love. Go follow her. One take whole shit. Go run that shit up. Go run the project up. Go show her some love. Go show her some support. Love and support is free, but y'all already knew that. Till next time, Shay Noir on the radar. We out. Bow.